Well, welcome viewers, and welcome Barry Peatling.
And welcome to you, Colin Sutcliffe, and it's a very cold day today, and I've got my sophisticated glass on today, so it's looking a bit more important.
$3
glass they are.
$3 cash.
$3 cash.
As I said at the...
It's a bit dark.
Yes, a little bit dark, so we'll put the glasses on. And welcome viewers to the Barry Peatling Football Show, the best football show there is.
Around. The ratings have gone up 100% the last couple of weeks, Colin.
Through the roof.
Through the roof.
Now, before we get into the big game, which was Chelsea versus Frankston Ycw, you've got something to talk to us about. Yeah,
that was the last professional game I actually played, I think, Colin, in 1970, with Wood End. That was the grand final.
So we've got a picture here. It's Wood End, runners-up 1970.
1970, Riddell beat us in the grand final, but that was a pretty good side, that too.
So is that you there, front and centre?
There I am there. I'm there. I don't know what I'm doing.
Any other particular people that stand out?
Well, there's Ian Hughes. That's Merv Hughes' father. Ian Hughes. He was a big fat fella. He was captain and coach. I thought captain coach only sitting in the middle. What is he doing up there?
And he looks like he's a bit uncomfortable.
Look, he's fat.
He looks uncomfortable.
There's my mate there. They used to get us mixed up together. Him and I.
Yeah, he got a similar sort of...
I would come off the ground a couple of times on a wet day, and you got mud over. You say, well done, Sally, and he said the same thing. He said, but well done, Barry.
A little bit of...
There's a bit of...
Must have been a bit of sun on your face, grimacing a little.
Well, I don't know, but he was a good footballer, Kevin Sally. He's still good friends of mine. He's still in Wood End, but it was a pretty good side. That we got beaten by about 4 or 5 goals, but we kicked about 4-20. I kicked 1-7, Colin. I shouldn't have said that, should I?
No.
1-7 I kicked.
That's a bit of a disgrace.
Disgusting. And there's a photo at the grand final. Do that. We had a party, even though we got beaten. But there's my little darling Rosemary O'Connor. Her brother, Dennis O'Connor. Where is he? He was a little star wingman. Where the hell is he?
He's at the front.
In the front?
Yeah.
Is that him there?
Yeah.
Dennis O'Connor. He was a little star. But that was his sister. She's a little star too. Rosemary O'Connor.
And that was the grand final.
And I got the fellow to take that photo at our function. And here I am. I got my finger over my nose, Colin.
I know. What are you doing?
I must have had an itchy nose. Itchy nose?
Okay.
Why couldn't he wait as I finished brushing my nose?
I don't know. It's crazy.
Bit dopey, aren't they?
Who's this here?
This sort of remind my viewers out there. My darling used to be a model. It's Danielle. She's a bit of a wild girl, but that was taken about 10 years ago. But she was a very attractive. Oh, she still is a very attractive girl. Although I'd show the viewers that she's got a bit of talent, that girl. Very good hairdresser too.
Very good. Bit of a plug for your daughter. Excellent. Well, let's get stuck straight into the game then. That was all very interesting. Well, but let's have a look at Frankston Ycw versus Chelsea at the Frankston Ycw ground. What were the weather and conditions like?
The weather was ordinary, and it was a wet ground. But I must say something before I get on to this game. I think I might have said it before last week.
This is under the umbrella of conditions.
Yeah, and this is getting in early to it in case I forget. That ground to watch a game of football is the worst ground to watch a game of football in my life. You have to have binoculars. Even the grounds, Colin, I mean, all grounds have got the slope for the runoff, haven't they, right? Like that. It's this one, the other end of the ground, half the ground was like this. Right down, it was 3 feet. You couldn't see that. You could only see the heads on the other end of the ground where we were standing. And one day they might fix it up, these clowns out there, and put a bit of, just renovate them. And the ground was a bog too. So
you think winning all those premierships, they're able to fix up their ground?
You think that they were the first to get the big dressing rooms, I was told on Saturday. Well, pretty good, not as good as Chelsea now, but one day you might try and fix up that ground. And before I forget this too, the ground in front of the coach's box on the inside of the ground there was like a pigsty, and the coach's box on their end, good as gold. It's a joke. I tell you what, want to smarten up.
Very good, smarten up.
Full of water was. They could have look. We know we had a lot of rain that Saturday morning or the night before. They could have put some big bags or something, try and sort of soak the. It was that much water.
Unbelievable.
I really ruined a pair of my runners.
Well, let's get into the game.
I might send you a bill.
Send the bill. Let's get into the game. Any changes? Tell us about any
there was
changes that were there.
Knives had come back in and Lancaster come in for Burke and Harrington. Knives, a bit of a shame, but Knives, he was killing him in the first half and got injured. He had to go to hospital.
All right. So the headline said that they were weakened.
We were. Had a couple of other injuries too. Their Bywater's got a whacking a knee, and him and Tutu, they were starring in the first half, but he got a bit of an injury too, Tutu, but it just wasn't a good day, but we did fight it out, Colin.
Very good. Well, let's get into the game. First quarter.
Well, the first quarter, this has been unusual for us this time of year, this season, because we had the first 3 shots, scoring shots, against the top side. But we couldn't kick, we kicked 1-2, but I think the first quarter they were 3-2 to us 1-something, but we served it up to them the first half, Colin. They were playing very well though, and they couldn't get in there, get their play on game going the first half, and it was a very good effort in the first half, and of course when we lost Nizer, he was killing them before he went off. It was a big blow. But half time, we were 2-7 and they were 5-2. They finished up kicking 3 goals in the second quarter, but in the first half we served right up to them, we did.
Okay, well let's get into the second half. What was the third quarter like?
Well, that's when they started to take over, but we were still kicking bad. I think we only kicked 4 goals, 12 for the gut, 4-12, Colin. But in the third quarter, we took 3 or 4 chances to kick goals, and from 30 yards out. It's not good. And then they low about 5 goals in front of 3/4 time, but in the last quarter they just got going and took over, and the game was over. But the first half, Colin, we did serve it right up to them. It was a great effort, but the second half, especially the last quarter, they just run over us and kicked 10 goals. They kicked 10 goals in the last half, and we kicked 2.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
there's a bit of a score. So would you say Chelsea fell apart at the last quarter?
I don't know about falling apart. They didn't stop trying. That's what we've been doing the last few weeks, Colin. I reckon it's a good sign about it. When you're getting beaten. A lot of sides can just turn over and just say, right, we're enough. But we do fight on. And of course that Michael Shaw, I was talking to his mother on Saturday. He's a mother of
Matthew Shaw.
Matthew Shaw.
Gold Coast.
In the Gold Coast. And this Michael Shaw, I tell you what, he's going to be... I said to his mother, your son's playing at Brisbane at the moment. This fella, he'll be playing AFL, I reckon, in a couple of years.
Oh, fair enough.
A little bit of luck.
So what was the final scores again?
Final scores were Ycw 15-12 to Chelsea 4-12.
Okay, so a reasonable loss there, but
well, it was. If you have a good loss, you can nearly say that, because we were just outgunned, and because they're top side. But we did fight on, which is a very good effort for Chelsea.
Okay, give us the goal kickers.
The goal kickers, Bywaters kicked 2. He was starring in the first half because he got a whack in the leg too. Jason Clark won and Stewart won. So there wasn't too many goal kickers.
No, okay. So, but again, Bywater spearheading there.
He kicked a couple of points and... Anyway, you got the best
players.
Give us
the group of best players, yeah.
Now, there was Nizer in the first half, of course, Bywaters, Jason Clark, Stewie, Shorey, and Tutu in the first half.
Okay, so there's your group of best players. Let's get down to the votes. 1 vote.
Well, I give 1 vote to Tutu, but he did star in that first half, and a couple of nice straight kicks would have been a lot different, but he did play well, but in the second half he died out a bit. But Bywaters, him and Tutu in the first half, they really kept us in the game. But
so it was 1 vote. It was
Tutu, 2 to Bywaters,
2 to Bywaters,
and 3 to Jason Clark.
3 to Jason Clark.
Jason Clark, his last quarter effort was very good. He played a good game all day, Jason Clark, and his brother in the last quarter, they did fire up.
Alright, so those are the votes. Just any comments on the game then, Barry?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Chelsea coach's box again. Colin, sounds like whimpering, a bad whimpering, but it was a pathetic. I was standing next to Graham Donnell and I said, you should report this mob because that is disgusting. It was the coach's boxes, as you walk out and there's about that much water and there's mud all around it. Yeah. And it was a joke. And
so was that for both coaches?
Their box was as good as gold, about 50 yards away, dry as a bone.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be some sort of
conspiracy, sabotage,
sabotage, yeah, for sure. I walked out and my foot went down. There's a pair of runners used to have been ruined too in that game, but where are they? Black. Yeah,
they are ruined.
See them?
Yep.
No, but it might sound a bit
whingy,
but it was disgusting. So smarten up, Mr. Ycw Ground.
Any other comments on the game?
No, just to say that Chelsea, I don't reckon they're a good side, Ycw. I reckon there's Mornington was a bit side I've seen we played against this year, but they got beaten on Saturday too.
Who got beaten, sorry?
Mornington.
Okay.
Now, I don't reckon they've lost the Eames and the Elms and a couple of those...
the big names.
The big... What's their name? There's only one Barry playing. Anthony Barry and Byron Barry, but they didn't look too flash to me.
So who are we playing next week?
Mount Eliza, here.
So Mount Eliza here, 2:15. Will you be there?
I certainly will.
Be coaching, be better conditions, most likely. Not as wet. Okay, well that's very interesting. Just want to quickly touch on the cricket while we can.
Well, it's your mob, yeah.
I noticed that New Zealand won the series against England. It's a 3-game series, but they won the first 2 games. And Guptill got 189 in a one-day game.
A one-day game, yeah.
He was smashing it. Him and McCullum ended up getting 360 runs in England, which is pretty good. Well,
people out there wouldn't be too interested in New Zealand.
But there might be what's coming up afterwards is the champions that'll boost their.
Well, Australia's playing next couple of days, aren't they?
The Champions League, which is the top 8 teams in the world, which is some say better than the World Cup.
Well, Watson just made 180 something, didn't he? 149,
something like that, but not as good as 189.
Yeah, but who cares about New Zealand, Tom?
Well, we'll see what the viewers do.
No, it was.
So it's interesting. You'll be doing some reports about that in the upcoming weeks. The champions. I'll be probably more in touch with it though.
I still think Australia will get whitewashed over there in the Test. I'll tell you now.
They are ranked number 1 in the world. One does.
I'm talking about Test, Colin.
Oh, Test, yeah. But we've got the Champions League coming up.
Bash and crash.
No, 50, one days.
Yeah, one day, but it's crash and bash.
Yeah, still
they'll get wiped out in they're trying to get the Pakistani fella too.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. We'll talk about that soon. Well, that's very interesting about the cricket. Well, that's all coming up, Champions League, and then the Ashes will get more and more as that time goes on. But I
think we'll beat Mount Eliza next week too.
Okay, so that's your prediction.
Don't forget
Here we go. You heard it here first. Now, just before we go, some Cheerios.
There's always I've got a new all Cheerios to all my overseas people, especially Yugoslavia. I've got a couple of ones from Yugoslavia the last few days, so. And tuning in from everywhere, Colin. Cheerio to all my overseas viewers, and of course PH and Shandy and Carlos. Cairns are going right PH, and of course my little darling Annie and Carla, and all the people in the Philippines.
All the people in the Philippines and all your fans.
Hope you enjoy the video.
Hope you enjoy the video. And just one final thing, tonight the Richmond West Coast game.
Richmond will beat West Coast today.
Okay, that's an interesting.
Now, what time's that game on? Is it 7:40?
I think it's 8:40. That's an 8:40 game.
That's 2 hours behind over there.
Yeah, 6:40 start over there.
Yes, but they're not television, are they?
No. So
Richmond will beat West Coast tonight.
Okay, you heard it here live.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we look forward to your updates of next week Mount Eliza game and next week's video too. So that's cheerio from me.
Good cheerio from me, and see you next week. Bye bye.
So get rid of that handball stuff. Alright, I don't care if they're doing it. Let's stick to what we want to do, what worked in the first half. Alright, getting in and under and bouncing up quick. At the moment we're getting in and then we floater out and they're running away from the stoppages. So up and about. It's 30 minutes against the top 5. You can really get something out of this game if you get in and under first, get it on your boot, put the pressure on them, Going. Fucking put them right under the pump. Don't let them loose out wide and let them look fancy. Put them under the pump. Put them under pressure. No matter what, if you're a metre behind, 2 metres behind, you keep them under pressure. Hit the hot spot. So many times we're honouring the lead to the pocket. Ignore it. Put it in the hot spot. Put it in the space. Because he gets turned over in the pocket, it goes out of bounds. Not dangerous enough for us. We need to get goals on the board. We need to hit the hot spot. That's where we've got to go. You little blokes, work your asses off to get there, to get front and centre. If Jace doesn't mark it, if Thea doesn't mark it, if Hutto doesn't mark it, make sure you get there. Forwards keep moving. We've got a free kick, cross half forward, thereabouts. Keep moving. Don't stay in the one spot. Just keep rotating around, we'll get it to you. Alright. So, back six, got to work extra hard this quarter. Super tight. Pressure, get it on your boot, all the simple stuff. We've done alright so far. Separation got right on top of my right into them. Alright, really good job.
Good step.
Shorey, Clarkey and Pond need plenty of run from those wings. Gut running. You know you're going to get a break, so gut run when you come off. Two-way with Richie and Gav, these blokes are really hard in there. I want speed. I need an impact from you this quarter. Massive
Nice,
impact.
Leah.
Get it out, boys. Same with you, Curtis, when you're on the ball. Work your ass off. I want to see blokes when they're coming off the ball rooted. They've got nothing left in the tank. Alright, we work hard in here. Keep the ball in. Keep the ball in. Alright, nice and tight.
Push the ball forward.
Come on, Charles.
Exactly right, boys. You get a couple of goals. Couple of goals early on, fucking game. 2 or 3 goals are different. We know we've got it in the tank. It's up here that's going to let us down.
Come on.
Override this with a bit of this. Alright, a bit of heart over the brain and pushing yourself until the very end. Then the throwing goes and we are in front. That's what you've got to work towards.
Come on, Charles.
There's something really, especially if we want to. There's 4 quarters. You can't just drop off. And that was my message at 3/4 time. Yeah, and I told you this at the start of the game. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a battle. Be prepared for it. Mentally. Don't just drop off. The amount of easy goals they got, and that, especially that last quarter, that just comes down to giving a shit at the end of the day. Oh, we're losing, it doesn't matter. Oh, this one takes this one, I won't put pressure on this one. And that gets infectious. And it's not good enough. Not good enough. Because then it makes the batsman look silly. You know, except you worked your ass off in that play. But at the end of the day, his opponent gets easy goals. Because the rest of you let him down. And that should fucking hurt him. And that's what I'm getting across now. Is that you must push through that mental toughness. And that's going to start winning some games, making a difference, getting closer. We got beaten by 10 goals. 10 goals. No way known that should have been different. You know, Jace, his second effort in that last quarter, brilliant. But he was on 1 on 3. Why was he 1 on 3? Why? No one pushed over. You know, it's that sort of stuff. Gav, you ran your ass off all game, mate.
Good work,
Gav.
Excellent, Gav.
And then he goes up forward, he can't let it tackle because he's rooted. Because he's working his ass off. And I can accept that. But where are the other blokes around him who have been travelling as far as he has in the weeks during the game? And this is where it comes back. We look back at the game. There's one mistake here. There's one mistake there. One mistake. Easy go. Mistake. Easy go. And that's what we've got to clean up. Alright, and now Tuesdays and Thursday nights, we spoke about it during the week. We've been pretty good as a senior group getting the training. But the excuses are coming too easy. To miss training. For whatever the reason. And I said to the group on Tuesday night, if you missed this session, you reckon you would have done it on your own. What time did we finish Tuesday? 8 o'clock.
You not only cheat yourself, you're hurting the boys too. It's harder out there when there's less numbers.
Absolutely.
Everyone's got to get the training.
So that's the sort of stuff. You know, they started running at the end of the game. Yeah, they're winning. It's easy to run when you're winning. And that's, again, a mental toughness thing for us. That's when you've got to dig deep and find something. Dig deep, find something, keep running, keep the pressure on. Well, they 10 goals in front at half time. Why? Who can answer me that? Why weren't they 10 goals in front at half time?
Pressure on.
Effort, pressure. 1%, kicking the ball, following instructions, make sure the handball. And then at the end of the game, we're 10 goals behind. So something went wrong. And that's what we've got to fix. And every one of you can look back at yourselves and find out what you could have done better. And that's what we've got. Because I'm confident that that footy you played in the first half, we can maintain it. If you want to do it. And next week, we've got Mount Lebanon at home. I'm Mount Elijah, sorry man, I'm going to say it for you. Man Wiser.
Mate, yeah.
Next week, and we've got a chance to knock them off at home.
Sure.
Alright, so your recovery do the right things now. You're not. Who can go back to the club tonight?
And everyone should be able to.
Come on.
Exactly.
Let's stick together, boys. Have a fucking beer.
Listen to this. You are all contracted players in this football club. All contracted. So on the weekend, Saturday is a football day. You're contracted. You play, you rock up at the club. Everyone gets there. In the last 5 to 10 years, for some reason, blokes think they can just play on the weekend, get paid for it, and then not rock up to a footy club on Saturday night. You've got people who come down and watch. You've got people who put hard work in during the week, and then you've got to say, oh yeah, I can't get there, I've got something on. Why have you got something on Saturday night? Football's first, then something else on a Saturday night. Football club first, then you go out. That's how it is, not the other way around. Family function, nah. Footy, I've got to get back there. I'll rock up late. That's what it is. Because I'm sick of the same blokes coming back, and we support each other, and we're saying we're going to get better and this and that, but it's a lot different if I've got 22 blokes there, and 18 from the twos. All of a sudden there's 40 blokes back at the club. Massive difference. That's what we've got to do.
Best game of all that too. Everyone back at the club.
Alright, so let's recover now, shower, and I'll see you back at the club. Awards will be at 6:30.